make sure when you're in an RV showroom, don't use their toilet. Hi guys, this is the first time I've seen the new Storyteller XO in person, so I just had a chance to check it out. I'm gonna tell you really quickly some differences between that model and my model and what I like and don't like about it. We'll start from the outside. The new classic mode. I hope this is not standard because it's got this gigantic fake chrome lettering now. That's a bit much. It's a little too loud. I hope they can, well, I think this you can always remove, so not a big deal. All right, let's come on in. Let's start from the color. As you can see here, this is a new color, a lighter color. I have to say, on the website, I was looking at this and I thought it looked too 90s, a little not to my taste, but now that I'm here in person, this is much brighter. It makes the interior look brighter, so I actually do like this color. And the next thing you'll notice is these chairs. Now, the reason they have these comfy chairs, and this is actually really nice compared to the flat one that I have in my van, is because this doesn't need to transform. Our van, the seat actually folds multiple ways, so you can turn into a lounge or a bed, but this one, because this new bathroom is here, so you don't need that flexible seat, so they can actually put in a real comfortable seat. And let me show you something really quick. So once I sit down, you can see this is about the same width as my seat in my van. It's actually quite narrow. So when I'm sitting here, if you have two adults, you can definitely make them fit, but it's really tight, especially for long distance. This is where I love this new thing. Are you ready? Look at this new seat. It slides out of the way. Here, come on in. First, look at how much room I have. Like, this is great. And there are even two cup holders down here. I love it. I think this is a change they made a few years ago, but I really like it versus my van where I have touch sensitive buttons for these. Now these are actually real push positive buttons. So you actually push in, push out. You can actually know that you activated the button, and also it prevents accidental turning on or turning off. So I like that change. Now here, you know my feeling about this wall, this panel. I'm not crazy about it. My van has all the old school buttons and they have been dead reliable. Huh?
A mirror.
Oh yeah, there is a mirror here. I just noticed. So in my van, the push button, the everything, the knobs and the physical knobs and push buttons have been dead reliable. And I know there have been some issues with the screen, but you know, this is kind of the trend of the industry. This is where it's going. So hopefully Storyteller will just keep improving the software and make it more reliable over time. Now, what I don't like is actually these buttons here. I applaud them for putting real buttons here. However, you know what this is? This is for window opening. So to open the window, you can't just pull on it. You have to push a button. To open it. But it is great compared to my van which only opens a little crack. You can open this fully. So you can stick your hand out. And this is great if you have a second row passenger who is sitting in the back and you're going through, say, a national park and you see a bear on the side of the road and you want to take pictures, and you want to stick the camera out. In my van, there's a giant tinted glass with possibly mud on it, and it's like dirty and you can't see through, but here you can stick your camera out, no problem. I like that. But why is it electronic? This is just one more thing that potentially could break. So, oh, and the seats, see, it's power operated seats. That's just another thing to break. I think they could have used a manual control, but at the same time, it's also possible that Storyteller sourced these chairs from some manufacturer, some vendor that only offers electronically operated seats, so that could be why. But I would have preferred if these were manual. Now let's slide this back. Yeah, these seats are really comfortable too, I gotta say. Looking at it over here, you also lost a little bit of storage space because with this bathroom in place, there used to be a shelf here. However, they did remedy that by putting this pouch, this soft pouch here. And this soft pouch is about, I would say, maybe half the size of a cabinet. So you're not losing too much. So that's good. And this mirror here, this is about the same place. I think I actually put my mirror here. So it's about the same place where we put our mirror on the cabinet. So great minds think alike. Oh, and because that cabinet had a light underneath it, so by losing that cabinet, they actually added this little lamp here, which is nice, a little reading lamp. Okay, I think that's everything I noticed so far here. Oh, I like how they moved that plug from down there to up here, so it's easier to reach if you're driving and you want to charge your phone. Or if you have your table set up here and you want to use your laptop, it's much easier to plug it in from here than to search for it, hunt for it down there. All right, let's move on back. So coming back here, I feel like this is wider than in my van. I'm not sure. One thing I did notice that I do like is over here, there used to be a plug. And remember, I actually had a hack where you can do an extension cord, wrap it around and move your plug over here. So I'll link that video somewhere here probably. But the plug used to be here and it was in the way. So when people are moving around, you have a plug sticking out and it's really annoying. Now they moved it over here and it's actually closer to the bed. So if you want to use something on the bed, it's easier. I really like that. So that's great. But everything else, the sink is still the same. Microwave is still the same brand. So everything else is still the same. Oh, because the table, that shower pan is gone, so you no longer store the table between the seat and the shower pan. Now it's back here. So it's taking up a small chunk of space here. So you do lose a little bit of a garage space. So some additional thoughts about this table. I'm not completely convinced. I see they don't really have another place to store it, but this is going to be a little inconvenient because in our van, at least, we fill this space with stuff when we're traveling. We have things packed all the way to here, crates or bags, whatever it is. So that means if you want to take this table out, you have this little gap here that you can use to slide it out. Or I don't know how easy that is. If you want to take it out around here, you have to move a lot of stuff to take this table out. But because that groove lounge is gone, so you don't really need to take apart that area. So maybe you can leave that table up the whole time. So storage might not be a problem. We'll see. All right, next we move on to this. This is probably why you clicked on this video. So let's take a look. I know a lot of people are very hung up on the toilet. It's your own preference, right? Personally, it's not a problem for me, but now at least you have an option with a bathroom. And this, I think, is a very smart move because that means Storyteller can better compete with the Revel. So to use this bathroom, there are two buttons you need to know. One is over here. There is a fan for the interior, the suction fan, which actually I like because in my case, our shower fan is the same as the vent fan on the ceiling. And so it's nice to have a dedicated fan for that. Then you need to turn on the light, and the light switch is over here. Let's take a look inside. You want to come around? And here is the bathroom. Make sure when you're in an RV showroom, don't use their toilet. There is a little cubby here for storing things. Yeah, it looks like it's waterproof because it's got rubber seal on it. So that's great. Now, this is a fixed toilet, and I can tell you one thing about these fixed toilets that I worry about is if something breaks, you have to replace this whole thing. So that could be an issue. Whereas in my case, if my toilet breaks, I just throw it out and get a new one. I mean, I think the failure rate of these toilets is very low. So I don't think you have to worry about it, but just something to keep in mind. So this shower looks like it's very similar to the Revel, where you have things you can hang. You can basically use it as a wet closet. So you can hang things in here like wetsuit or whatever wet clothes you have. And looks like there are shelves that you can put in for storage. But I don't think the Revel has this. There's actually an additional shower curtain here that you can use, which is nice because you can prevent the water from getting out here. All right, now I'm going to walk in because my biggest concern and the problem, one of the reasons I didn't pick a Revel is because the shower space is very small. So let me go in and show you how big it is. Okay, I'm gonna use me as a guinea pig to test out the toilet, the space. Not testing out the toilet, test out the space of the toilet and the shower. So I'm about 6'2", 6'3", with the shoes on, so about 6'3". This toilet is just like the Revel one. You can actually stroll it. So I'm gonna get in. Can I close the door? Oh, it's actually pretty good. Yeah, I can fit in here using the toilet. I feel like this is slightly bigger than the Revel one, but it's also been a while since I used the Revel one, so I might not be right on that. Don't quote me on that, but it's usable. Now, if you're using a shower, this little bit of space right here, that's all the space you have to work with. So now, that's the most important test. Oh God. By the way, this thing can be removed, so don't worry about that. But, oh my God, I cannot straighten my head. This doesn't work. It's, you wanna come around? Okay. Maybe this doesn't work. Well, this shower head looks nicer than mine. Just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna get into the Tiffin toilet, see how big it is. Well, height is not great, but yeah, it feels about the same as the Storyteller. But same problem, height just doesn't work for me. Okay, now we're in the Revel. Yeah, the size looks about the same as the Storyteller version. Height is still an issue. This is the original reason why I didn't get a Revel. There's no getting around it because the floor plan needs to be raised up to a certain point. So, and the chassis is only so tall. So there you go. If you are smaller, or if you're willing to contour yourself, then you can make this work. You're 5'7", and you can fit in here, fine. So there you go. That's the height limit, 5'7".
Probably another
well,
inch.
probably another, yeah, probably another inch. But if you're really that close to the height limit, it might not be comfortable. But actually, yeah, I really think if you are really hung up on the having a closed shower, yeah, this can work. You just sit down and shower like this. So it could work, it could work. Okay, so that, oh, forgot this, a giant mirror. Here, let me do it. This I do love, this gigantic mirror right here. So that is definitely a big plus in this van. I also noticed that in this new one, they actually opted for the optional storage lid up here. In mine, it's just an open tray. You can actually buy these parts from Mercedes and mod it yourself. But in the version I have, these are just wide open trays. These new models, it looks like Storyteller opted for the chassis with this lid with a cup holder. So that is nice. You essentially have 3 storage space over there. I think that's out of the factory. I can't be sure because sometimes, you know, these dealers, they actually add on stuff themselves. One quick thing I do want to mention is with this bathroom in place, you're losing a lot of window. It definitely feels a little darker in here. Just something to note. That's it, folks. That was a really quick first impression of the new Storyteller XO. I didn't come prepared. It's really just a raw first impression, and I'm only comparing things that I can see that are different. I'm not going to talk about the battery. I'm not going to talk about the rest of the stuff. If you want to see the rest of the layout, how this folding bed works, you can watch my interior 360 tour of my van, which is a 2021 Classic. It seems like it works pretty similar in a pretty similar way. Of course, because I wasn't planning on this video, I didn't really do too much research. So if I got anything wrong, feel free to point it out and comment in the comment section below. Yeah, it's really a very good alternative to the Revel. If you're looking for that Storyteller quality and you're looking for that bathroom, definitely give this one a look. Coming here is like going to a candy store for me. I'm at the Sacramento La Mesa. This is actually where I bought the van, but I want to make sure this is not a sponsored video. They didn't pay me to do this, and also neither did Storyteller. I just love checking it out. Really quick, last minute comments. I really like this new graphic on these new vans, and the wheel, that gold wheel, nice. I really like it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found this video helpful. If you want to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing. And if you did enjoy this video, leave a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Oh my God. Why do they have this? This is like a limo. I think this looks like a business jet. I think there's a bathroom in here. Yes. Oh my God. Look at that sink. Okay, so there is a toilet, but no shower. If you don't need to cook real food and you can recline the seat and sleep here and you don't need to take a shower, you can always get a giant limo like this to live van life in.